I'm 68 and I want to answer a question I get all the time. Does it matter if I use a lighter weight some days and a heavier weight others? The short answer is no. The longer answer completely changed how I think about strength training at our age. Your body cares about effort, not exact weight. And that one shift in thinking made consistency feel possible for the first time. I'm William Harrison. I'm 68 years old, and I've been strength training consistently for years. One of the questions I hear most often from men our age is some version of this. I train 3 times a week, but some days I use heavier weights and some days I go lighter because I'm a bit sore or tired. Is that okay? Am I wasting my time on the lighter days? I used to wonder the same thing. And the answer, once you understand how your muscles actually work, is genuinely reassuring. Before I get into it, I want to ask you something. Do you ever feel guilty after a lighter workout? Like you didn't do enough, or you let yourself down? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one this week, because I guarantee a lot of men our age feel exactly the same way. And what I'm about to share might completely change how you think about those days. Here is the most important thing I learned about strength training at our age, and it took me longer than I'd like to admit to fully understand it. Your muscles don't care about the number on the dumbbell. They don't understand kilograms or pounds. What they understand is effort, specifically how hard they're working at any given moment. That's it. And once you understand that, the whole question of lighter versus heavier days starts to make a lot more sense. There's a concept called RPE, rate of perceived exertion. It's simply a measure of how hard an exercise feels, rated on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 is barely any effort at all. 10 is absolute maximum. For men our age, the research and experience both point to the same thing. As long as the last 2 to 3 repetitions of any exercise feel genuinely hard, somewhere around a 7 or 8 out of 10 difficulty, your muscles are getting the signal they need to maintain and build strength. That's the threshold that matters, not the weight on the dumbbell. So think about what this means in practice. On a good day when you're feeling strong, you pick up the heavier dumbbell, say 5 kilos, and you push through your set. The last 2 or 3 reps are hard. Your muscles work at a 7 or 8 out of 10. That is a productive workout. Now on a day when your body is a bit sore, your joints are achier than usual, and 5 kilos feels genuinely uncomfortable. You pick up the 3-kilo dumbbell instead. You still push through your set. The last 2 or 3 reps are still hard. Your muscles are still working at a 7 or 8 out of 10. That is also a productive workout. Your muscles receive the same signal both times. The number on the weight is different, but what your muscle experienced was essentially the same. I want to share something that really helped me internalize this. Think about hairdressers. They spend their entire working day holding scissors, light scissors, nothing remotely heavy. But look at their arms and shoulders after a few years in the profession. Many of them develop noticeably strong and defined arms simply from that constant repetitive movement. Nothing heavy, just continuous time and attention on those muscles. Or think about cyclists. The best cyclists in the world often have impressively developed legs, not just from heavy resistance, but from an enormous volume of repetitions, day after day. Light gear, high cadence, massive accumulated effort. The muscles grew because of that consistent, sustained demand, not because of any single heavy session. The same principle applies to your training. Consistent effort over time, even with lighter weights, absolutely builds and maintains strength. Now here is one important nuance I want to make sure you don't miss. While lighter weights on tired days are completely valid and productive, there is still value in pushing yourself with heavier weights on the days you feel good. And the reason goes beyond just the muscles. As we get older, from our 50s onward and certainly by our 60s and 70s, bone density becomes a genuine health concern. And while lighter weight training does build muscle effectively, it doesn't provide the same stimulus for bone density that heavier loading does. When you lift heavier weights, the mechanical stress on your bones signals them to maintain and build density. That is genuinely important for men our age. So the ideal approach is this. On your good days, challenge yourself with the heavier dumbbell. Push to that 7 or 8 out of 10. On your harder days, go lighter, but still make those last reps challenging. Mix it up, listen to your body, and over time try to gradually increase the weights on your good days, even if it's just small increments over several months. The key word here is consistency. Showing up 3 times a week, year after year, the way you've been doing, is worth infinitely more than any single heavy session followed by a long break. The man who trains consistently with moderate weights for 5 years will almost always be stronger, healthier, and more capable than the man who trains hard for 3 months, burns out, and stops. Consistency beats intensity every single time when we're talking about long-term results. And at 68, long-term results are everything. So here is the summary. Your muscles respond to effort, not to the exact number on the weight. As long as your last 2 to 3 reps are genuinely challenging, around a 7 or 8 out of 10, you are doing productive work regardless of the weight you're using. Lighter days are not wasted days. They are smart days. They keep you consistent, protect your joints, and still deliver a real training stimulus. Push heavier on your good days to support bone density and continue making gradual progress. And above all, keep showing up. At 68, the fact that you are training at all is extraordinary. The men our age who stay strong, independent, and capable are the ones who never stop. Keep going. If this video helped you think about your training differently, make sure to subscribe for more strategies that actually work for men our age. I'm William Harrison. Thanks for watching.